Hello. Are we good to go? Hello. So I am selcouthmind. We call me Sel for short, and I am super excited to be here to run some Lifeslide New Game Plus. And with me, I have the lovely ValiantSun.
Hello. I'm here to support my great friend Sel as we be paper airplanes.
Yes. So, Lifeslide is a very cool game. We get to play as a paper airplane going through sort of the story of life. So we're going to make our way over here to speedrun mode, and we're going to make sure that we have New Game Plus on, and random generation. On the leaderboard, we call this seedless mode. Basically means we're using a random seed. You'll see my best time there, significantly lower than the estimate we've given, but that's good because we have lots of space in case something goes wrong. We click play. We're going to choose a plane. We're not going to use that plane. We're going to use this one. This plane the community has called Long Boy, and this is the plane we use for runs. You'll see every plane has 4 stats: speed, steering, lift, and integrity. We'll talk about those different stats as the run happens. But this is the plane we're going to go with. This is the skin we're going to use. And I'm going to hit choose, and then I'll give a count in for when time's going to start. All right. And time is going to start in 3, 2, 1, start. All right. So first thing we're going to do here is we're going to be presented with a series of 7 rings, different colors. And we have to go through each of these rings to collect a little colorful ball that's going to fly alongside us. The devs would tell you that it doesn't matter where you fly through the ring, it's the same speed, but one of the wonderful runners in the community did a lot of testing and concluded it's fastest to go through the very center, so we're going to try and do that the best we can. I will also note that there is a flashing light warning coming up here very quickly right at the start. Just one single little flashing light. So if you're sensitive to that, I will give a call out for that, and also an all clear when it is safe to look back. But now that we have these 7 colors with us, they're going to come along and they're going to open a gate for us and let us into the rest of the world. All right, so flashing light coming up in 3, 2, 1. All right, now we're into the second part of this first level. In a new game file, this level is much longer. It's a tutorial section, but because this is New Game Plus, we don't need a tutorial. We can just keep going. And flashing light warning is all done. So now we have officially started our journey through life. We're in consciousness, and we have these yellow gems here. Valiant, do you want to explain these yellow gems for everyone, please?
Yeah, so essentially from those 4 stats we had for our paper airplane, one of them is integrity, which we can think about as a health bar. You see underneath the paper airplane is a countdown that is in yellow, and we need this integrity because without that, our health can go to 0, and we will go into dark mode, which makes it much harder to fly our paper airplane.
And we will eventually crash out of dark mode, so it's vital that we keep our integrity up. This level introduces the other gem that we're going to see, the blue gem. It's called Matter. It's sort of like the in-game currency, but because this is the New Game Plus run, it doesn't matter. Everything's fully upgraded, there's nothing more for us to unlock or buy. So if we collect Matter, it's great, but we don't need to go out of our way to get it. And we're going to come up now on our first power-up. And this power-up is called Willpower. And Willpower is essentially a speed boost. We love it for speedrunning. It makes it so much faster. It's very lovely. And yeah, it just lets us go zoom. And Lana, this would be a fantastic time for one quick donation.
Absolutely. I will actually take this moment just to say that we crushed the incentive. It is already met. We did it. So big cheers to everybody. Incredible work.
Awesome job, Twitch chat. Awesome job.
Twitch chat cute.
Indeed, Twitch chat is the cutest chat. Okay, and now we're on to chapter 2. And Valiant, do you want to kind of explain a little bit of the story of this game quickly?
Yeah, so we can kind of imply Lifeslide. We're actually sliding through different stages of life. Our first chapter that we saw was infancy, and now we are in childhood. Each chapter has 4 different levels, and this one is called Understanding, and we can kind of see that we are now trying to learn to perceive the world, and we got these keys called knowledge, which are starting to open doors for us. Those are the orange power-ups that we have, and each level is based off some form of life stage with like 4 major events in every life stage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so speaking of knowledge and unlocking things and gaining understanding, let's get another couple quick donations.
Absolutely, I've got you covered. So we have $10 from Yaiko, who says, I am so happy to finally see a Lifeslide run on GDQ. This game is truly amazing. Good luck to Cell with the run, and many greetings to our Lifeslide community and the whole GDQ team.
Yeah, thank you, Yaiko. He had to go sleep because he's off in Europe. But yeah, thank you, Yaiko. Now we are on to questioning, which this is a very interesting level. After the release, the devs, based on community feedback, went and adjusted 3 different levels. They added some sections to them, and this is one of the levels that got a bit of a rework. I will say, personally, that I think the old version of this level was better, at least for speedrunning. It was certainly faster. Sorry, no offense, Danny. I know Danny, the level designer, is in chat. I'm sorry. But it's still absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, it's just a beautiful level. It's purple. Who can say no to an all-purple level?
And so this is also where we started seeing some things where some of these flowers, they may look very delicate, but we call them concrete flowers because they will hard stop your game. But we're already into playing now.
Yeah, we are into the 3rd level of childhood already. So this is one level where I prefer to mostly fly up above it for the most part, just because the slides are very twisty and turny, and you don't want to collide with any of these trees or flowers because they're going to hurt a lot. In fact, they're usually immediate crashes. So stay up for the most part, come down to get some integrity, and then just kind of head back up.
And as we look at the beautiful colors in this level, Lana, if you have any more donations or any incentive plugs, now's a great time.
Totally. I have a $100 donation from Corbin Crutchley, who says, Longboy's pretty cool, but we all know I'm a Speedburb main. Y'all should check out the game. It's a lovely game with amazing devs and even cooler speedrunners like Cell.
Corbin's pretty great too. You should check them out too. And yes, with the incentive being met, we're going to get to meet Speedburb, so stay tuned for the end of the run to meet another plane. Now we are on to experiencing, where we're going to use knowledge to unlock some of these gates, not crash into them like I almost did there. And this level, originally this level was going to be candy themed. It was going to be filled with giant candies and that, but the devs thought about it and they decided they wanted to keep everything in the game natural, things that would occur in nature, and so they switched it to giant fruit, and I think that was a fantastic choice. This level's absolutely beautiful. And, you know, nutrition is a major part of education and learning. If a kid doesn't have good nutrition, they're not going to learn very easily in school, and so that's why organizations like Malala Fund are so fantastic. They do such great work. So chat, I have a challenge for you. Let's get a donation train going. And, why don't you state your favorite fruit or other healthy food? I'd love to know. And we're already into chapter 3.
So we are now a teenager, and these levels are some of the first times where things are gonna start trying to hurt us. You can see that there are avalanches. We're going to go vastly hot, cold, hot, cold. All of us who have been teenagers know this is a time in your life where it kind of sometimes feels like lots of emotions, and sometimes feels like everything's out to get you. So we're gonna go fast and avoid all of these new introductions of things that are gonna try and stop our progress.
Yes, and especially avoid avalanches. Those are very deadly. Oh no, oh no, oh no.
Oh.
We got the bug. Rip. We're gonna restart that level real fast. So there's a little bug in the game. I was really hoping to not demonstrate it, but there we go, marathon luck. If you have any power-up behind you, and you get hit by an avalanche, it's immediate death. Or in that case, very slow, but there was nothing to stop. Normally it does about like 20 integrity. If you have a power-up for whatever reason, the devs looked into it, for whatever reason, it just drains you immediately. So that's always fun.
And yeah, that's a good introduction too, is that integrity being our health bar for how far we can fly. If we do get hit by things, that does reduce our integrity, therefore reducing our health bar, and reduces how far we can fly.
Fortunately, I've got pretty good RNG on this second time through, so won't be too horrible of a time loss.
And I might take that time with RNG to mention that all these levels for Lifeslide are actually, there are chunks of level, and the reason that we're seedless, we don't have any really clue on what's coming up after that, so it just procedurally generates and stacks together a different level every single time.
Yeah, so level segments are pre-created, but the order in which those segments will appear is different every time on Seedless, so it is a challenge.
We are now in Yearning, and as you can see, we've gone from cold to hot. We've got lava here, and lava's gonna burn our plane, reducing our integrity, but as you know, heat gives us lift, so it will actually help our plane a bit. And so in that way, we kind of try to avoid the lava in general because we want to go fast.
Yes,
But
paper and fire don't go well.
No. I think we could probably slip in a quick donation, Lana, if you have any.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have $50 from the long-haired fellow who says, super excited to see this game get some well-deserved recognition. Happy that one of the biggest supporters gets to showcase it as well, all for a good cause. Good luck, Cell.
Thank you, long-haired fellow. Yeah, so this is the third level of the, oh, that's interesting right there. This third level of Chapter 3, we're back to being cold. In this case, there's icicles that can fall on you. As a Canadian, I can attest, you do not want icicles falling on you. That really hurts. So we're gonna just keep flying and do our best to dodge them if we got more donations, Lana.
Yeah, for sure. So we actually have all the fruit donations that just came in.
Oh, yes!
Amazing.
So I will hit you up with a couple. So we have Steffi Starlight with $10 who says, strawberries. Oh, and pineapples are tasty too, but so are blueberries. So many healthy fruits. It's so hard to decide.
Yes, all great choices.
We have a couple more if you have time, but if not, no problem.
We're just about to head into a tricky level, so let's hold those.
Absolutely, we can wait.
Yeah, so where shattering was kind of, I saw in chat someone said, where's your first heartbreak? That was that icy level. We are now in fighting, which is one of the hardest levels in the game because of how tight these corridors are. Longboy he's not very good at turning, and also the level's downhill, so we're going really fast. And the game keeps giving you the speed up power-ups, trying to force you to kind of go faster and faster, even though sometimes, you really do need to slow down. You can see these plants that are affectionately referred to as piranha plants, and they will also take a big chunk of 20 damage out of you if they do manage to get a bite out of your airplane.
Should be about halfway through the level.
There is an achievement in the game for beating this level fast. Definitely, first time you're playing through this, take it slow. There's a lot of twists and turns here.
Don't be like me and try to beat this level for the first time ever with this plane. It's a bad idea. But we are done. We made it.
We have now entered young adulthood, and so this is a great level for donations because we're just gonna fly over the top, avoid some obstacles, and dip down to grab integrity and speed boost. So, any more fruit donations, Lana?
Oh, you bet I got fruit donations. So we have $5 from MX June Reese, who says, "Love a kiwi, so sweet, so tangy, and those crispy little seeds are such a textural joy. Not to mention fuzzy. I mean, come on." I also just want to point out that we have hit $52,000, which means we have less than $8,000 to unlock our Mario Kart 8 DLC levels. So let's go, everyone. Let's get those fruit donations in.
And Cell actually did something really cool there right at the end, where you can actually chain two power-ups together if you use one right after the other. And they had told me they weren't going to try that, but they did it successfully, so
I
that
nearly
was
gave
really
myself
cool.
a heart attack there, but we're all good. We're fine. Deep breaths. Oh, okay.
So after healing, we are now in Awakening, and this is tricky because you'll notice there is a lot of open ground kind of beneath all these vines. That makes it kind of difficult to maintain lift, but that is why Longboy is very nice because he's got our high lift stat. And this is also the level where we learned of a technique called voiding out, which we will actually use later to give ourselves a bit of a speed boost.
Yeah. So voiding out, basically, that's the fancy term the community is given to. Essentially, we're just causing the game to reset us. So we make the game think that you've gone out of bounds, and then it goes, "Oh, you're not supposed to be there," and puts you back in the level. And it's very handy because when it puts you back in the level, it returns you to the level with whatever your max speed or forward momentum is. So if you're going really slowly, say on one of these vines, you can just dip down, dodging, don't hit anything, but just go straight down, and eventually the game goes, "Oop, you're not supposed to be down here," and get a loading scene for a second, and it puts you back into the level, going nice and fast again. Right, and we're coming up to the level. That is the reason why we use Longboy over Speedburb, which is the fastest plane in the game.
Both work.
Both work, yes. So Valiant, you want to explain that a little bit?
Yeah, so Dreaming is the name of this level, and we want to aim high. This is one of the first levels where instead of going downhill, we're trying to fly upwards. And so while Speedburb gives us a lot of speed and good turning radius, Unfortunately, it does not have very good lift, and the consistency of the lift that Longboy has actually makes him a lot better and more consistent for speedruns, which is why we choose to use him.
Yeah, so lift basically means that the closer we are to the ground, the more it allows us to gain a little bit of speed from the air resistance between the wings and the ground. I believe it's called ground principle or something. I don't know. I'm not an aerospace engineer. Ping audible silence in chat or something. And the reason I say that is he's a fellow runner. He volunteered to answer questions in chat. So I'm going to give you some questions to answer, Ravi.
We might have time for one quick donation.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And speaking of audible silence, we have $25 from Audible Silence, who says, OG Speedbird back again. I remember my first reaction playing this game, and I'm feeling this again. Thank you for showcasing this amazing game, Cell, and thank you, Dream Tech, for making my favorite release of recent times.
Yeah. All right, so we're coming up on a skip. I found this back in June, and we're going to abuse Void Out here. I'm going very slow, which is scary, but we're going to dip right down. You'll hear. Hey, it worked.
Nice.
So basically what that does is, it's still very new. I don't have an explanation quite for why it works, but what I suspect is because that level gate is a little bit broken, it's never worked quite right. Something about voiding out there, the game thinks I'm further in the level than I should be, and so it jumps me ahead. And in all the testing that I've done, it saves about 9 seconds real time. So that's a pretty significant time save.
It's enough of a time save as well that you're actually able to attempt it, and even if it doesn't work, you'd still be under the time it would take you to fly that distance.
Yeah, usually if it doesn't work first try, I've found it won't work, but sometimes second try works. Oh, and you know what? We're just gonna do a quick little void out here because there we go. I've never done that after doing the void out at the start, so we'll see if that messes with the game or not, but looks like it didn't.
Should be good.
There you go. That's an example of just use of void out to save yourself if you're low on momentum. Yeah, we're already on to chapter 5. And chapter 5, you want to explain a little bit about that? Oh, I will give a quick warning. There is a risk for a visual glitch, which can get a little bit flashing light-ish. So if you're sensitive to that, maybe just look away for this level.
Yeah, so by entering this level called Inspiring, we have now entered adulthood. And this level just gorgeous, and we're going to catch as many willpowers as we can. We want to go very fast, but we also need to avoid sharks in the water. But there's just so much beautiful things going on in this level. If you look up in the sky, you can sometimes see floating manta rays, and then also the glitches. There is a whale, which, hello, whale.
Yeah, hello, whale. He did it a little bit.
Yeah, sometimes when he appears, he can just wipe out part of the level, which is that flashing light warning, but luckily it did not seem like he took out too much of the screen, but he can actually essentially de-render the entire stage and make it very hard to progress.
Yeah, it can be a little scary. But no, that was a pretty decent Inspiring, and we're on to Creating, which is hands down hardest level in this game. It's very scary, so I'm gonna go quiet.
Yeah, so unlike rock, paper, scissors, rock definitely beats paper here, and so we see that there are just rocks falling from the sky, and they're building wonderful, lovely things, and you know, once you like reach adulthood, that's where you kind of have your biggest opportunity to start really creating things with like your newfound freedom. But we're gonna kind of skirt along the side as a marathon safe option, and a bit more consistent, because in the middle a lot more rocks fall down, and we don't want to be squished.
I have seen runs die to this level, so we're gonna be extra careful.
We're just gonna go. Yeah, it's really pretty to see everything that is built, even here on the sides where we're trying to avoid most of the rocks, but
that was decent. I'll take that.
That was really good. There you go.
All right, on to connecting, where we are introduced to the fireball technique. Everyone say hi to our fireball buddy. And so Fireball here is going to fly with us and sort of acts like knowledge in that it will open doors and gates for us, but the Fireball also will ping off of these towers. And when it pings off of these towers, it gives us a nice little speed boost. So obviously we really like that when we're speedrunning. And so we're going to try and keep them for as long as we can and get them to ping off lots of towers.
Yeah.
This will be another great time, I think, for some donations quickly.
Yeah.
For sure. So we have $140 from Garby, who says, GL selcouthmind on this beautiful game.
We might have time for one more if you'd like.
One more.
Yeah, for sure. So we have $10 from Other Buttons, who says, all the hype for Sell & Co. and raising money for charity. Become the plane.
Buttons!
Yeah, this level does a really good job, like, by us being able to unlock doors and kind of go a bit faster. Connections can really help propel you into the world, kind of like Malala Fund helping with education means that we can kind of propel ourselves into the future. But now we're into loving, which thanks so much for meeting that incentive, because if you think this part right now is cool, just wait to see the challenge run of this section.
So yeah, I'm going to explain that challenge run that got unlocked just a tiny bit here while we fly through this. So there's an in-game achievement for beating this level without collecting any integrity or matter. Yes, you heard correctly. I cannot collect any yellow or blue gems. So that's, fine, except you can't do that with this plane. So we're going to come back to this level at the end of the run with a very special plane that can do it, and hope that I can fly in a reasonably straight line and not pick up any matter or integrity.
And we'll give more details about just how crazy that challenge run is when we actually get into that one.
Indeed, but we could get another quick donation in here, I think.
For sure. So we have $150 from Jetboy the Mage, who says, who hasn't wished they could control their paper airplane? Let's make it harder. And sure enough, we did. That challenge run is coming up.
All right, and I see level end here. And we're coming into, what is this, chapter 6 already?
Yeah, we're reaching maturity, our older adult stage. This level is called Receiving, and we are back to moving particles and hazards. These hay bales will just kind of make your day very rough. And there are two possible routes. Some people will stay inside, down, and navigate through the cornfield, as it were, and other people will just fly above it.
Yeah, so you've got matter up on the top, and willpowers and integrities scattered amongst the rows. But of course, there is a risk to getting those willpowers because you can have collisions like that. And also, you got to turn, which Longboy, we love Longboy, but Longboy's not very good at turning. It's an unfortunate fault of his. But that's okay, we still love him.
And so, reaching this level of maturity, we start seeing just a lot of nice themes, especially like going through life. And I think this game kind of does a good job of like really illustrating that like it's never too late to like start achieving things. And even we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to achieve things early in life, but you can still do things. You can still find fulfillment even in as you keep going.
Oh, absolutely.
Which fulfillment is, well, fulfilling is the name of this level.
So Fireball Buddy is back. Everyone say hi to Fireball Buddy again. And Fireball Buddy is supposed to help us climb up these mountains by pinging off the poles, give us a speed boost. Except we're not going to do that. We're not going to follow the dev intended route here. We're just going to stick down to the ground, down the center. Unlike with, if we climbed up there, it's slow to climb. Yes, there's willpowers up there sometimes, but with a random seed, you don't know if they're going to be there. And you do get a speed boost by going downhill, but it's not, in unseeded, it is not worth the time and the risk to go all the way up there and find out there's no power-ups or anything. So we just stay to the ground and go down the middle.
I think like our practice before, we've seen 2 triangles and both of them just happen to have the boost we would have wanted if we wanted to do that risky strat. But yeah, it's seedless, so we gotta do the seedless strats.
Which, speaking of that, there's seedless runs for this game. Seedless New Game Plus is the most popular one. That's what I'm running right now. But we do also have seeded ones on the board, which has largely been undiscovered. So if someone wants to discover a bit of a game, come join Lifeslide. There's lots of things to discover. Also, I dropped 20 seconds on that level. That's
amazing.
Beautiful. Yeah, we're on to Giving now. And Giving is one of those 3 levels that got a bit of a redesign after release to add some new segments to it to make it more interesting, a little bit more complex. And so, yeah, it's a beautiful level. We're gonna mostly just try and go through as fast as possible, so we got time for a couple more donations.
Yeah, what I'll actually do is I really want to point out, speaking of giving, if you love giving, let's give towards something. So our next incentive is actually a bid war for a character choice. So we know chat is cute, but have you heard of the cute Hello Kitty and Sanrio friends? We've got Karopi, who is a frog. I might be botching these names, but Tuxedo Sam is a penguin. Curran is a golden retriever, and Hello Kitty is a cute kitten. So pick your favorite animal. Do you like frogs, penguins, dogs, or cats? Send in your donations. Let's get this bid war going.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we are on to Revealing, which is the final level of this chapter. And I think design-wise, this is my favorite level. Danny did a phenomenal job designing this level. But it's also very tricky and a little bit scary to speedrun because there's lots of tight little corners, corridors, turns, and as we've said a few times, Longboy really doesn't like turning. So, especially at high speed. So this level is a little scary to run, and I'm going to try not to end up in any of the what I quote-unquote call death trap corridors.
Yeah, so we do have these really tight corridors, and since it is procedurally generated, you sometimes have to choose very, very quickly to alter your course to try and avoid some very, very narrow or seemingly, because of Longboy, dead-end tunnels, since he's just not able to make these turns. And the unfortunate thing for this is that sometimes we will go over sections that do look like you could do a void out strat, but unfortunately you can't. So like down there underneath these trees right now, so you do have to keep your integrity up. You have to get those willpowers or leaps to keep your speed, because
okay, we're
that's
fine.
a new path.
That's a new path. We're fine. We're fine. Oh, good. There's the end of the level.
Discovering things every day. Very
Oh.
clean revealing.
All right, and we're into the final chapter. So now we are sort of heading towards the end of life, and you'll notice the color palette has shifted. It's gone a little bit more somber. The music's shifted a little bit. And it's not sad, but it's a little more serious.
Yeah, we're entering our sunset years, and we're just gonna spend some good time in nature. We're gonna avoid these tree roots that I promise they're not moving, even though they seem that they are. This might be a good time to sneak in our last couple of donations, because these next couple of levels are gonna be focus heavy.
Absolutely. So we have $25 from Pittman Lionhouse 423, who says, gotta meet those incentives, gotta get more Mario Kart, get those donations in, let's go! Sorry, I've had too much caffeine today. Less than 3. That's a mood.
That's a mood indeed. Okay, we're coming up to the last 3 levels are intense, so wish me luck. This is softening. This is thank you. This is the 3rd level that got a bit of a rework after release. This level used to basically just be open water with a lot of wind tunnels, which was actually really hard to play, and it was there was just some general performance issues for regardless of like, oh hello, I forgot about the floating tree. There's just some performance issues because, you know, water and graphics, they're challenging. They don't like to work well. So Danny did a fantastic job of adding some new segments, added a lot more land to this, and added power-ups. There was no power-ups in this level originally. And so the OG strat for these final levels was you would take a willpower from the level before, which they were rare, more got added. You would keep that willpower and you would hold on to it all the way until the start of the next level, which was extremely hard. You had to have tried it to understand just how challenging that is. So fortunately, the level's been redesigned. It's a lot nicer casually now, and for speedrunning. And this is why we love DreamTech on all the devs there. They're just fantastic and been so supportive of the community. And not just speedrunners, but casual players too. They really want to make great games that are accessible to everyone.
Yeah, they've definitely done a whole lot. Like, we can see that there is that in-game timer. They added that. They are very active with the speedrunning community and making sure that just the game is healthy for all forms of players, and that's just an amazing thing for devs to be involved in.
All right, and we're taking an intentional death there. Sorry to cut you off there, but Valiant. And this is Ascending. We get our Fireball Buddy one more time, and this time we have to keep Fireball Buddy all the way to the end of the level. We have a very specific path we take here. The world record for individual level for this level is, I believe, 61 seconds. So we can go very fast, and it gets a little scary. So I'm gonna do my best to explain. We're gonna go up here between these trees. We're gonna get some more speed because, yikes. Oh, I'm going to take a risk and have a slight collision. We go up and over that. Curve, curve, curve. Past this rock. We're just kind of ignoring. The pathways are a suggestion, really. They're a suggestion in this level. Turn to the right. And keep following. I see another double strand, so that means we stay this way. And I see the double trees here, so we're gonna go past them. Need to get there, good. And I will say you don't want to lose your Fireball Buddy, because that is, you have to restart.
And this just goes to show how good of a runner and how like crazy it is to like run this game, because you could see how quickly they were able to identify different bits and pieces there, which is just amazing. And this is our final level. It is tight, it is small, And there are actually a lot of themes. It's called Recalling, and
That's okay.
we just want you to experience it a little bit longer here, so...
I totally didn't want a PB there. That might have been a PB without a crash, I think.
Yeah, more Lifeslide.
Well. More Lifeslide. But yeah, semi-serious time here, because this level is very hard.
You're good, you're good.
Deep breath. Okay, good. I like this side better. Thank you, game. So the side that the game will spawn you on after a death is randomized, even in a seeded run.
And yeah, Long Boy doesn't like our turns. They're very, very small gaps that we have to shoot here. Luckily, no piranha plants, but it is just one of those levels that, you know, we're recalling everything and we're going fast. And things kind of just start to blend together.
Ooh, that was a route. I've never taken that route before.
That's never happened before.
That's never happened before. We're alive. That's the key thing. And here we go. Exit tunnel. Intentional crash. Or avoid out skip. And this skips us into the exit tunnel. Time is coming up here in a moment. And yeah, time is going to be when we hit the end of this exit pathway. And time. Look at that, almost a PB.
Hey.
I'm pleased with that. I'll let that continue just for a minute. Because the exit, go buy the game, go play it yourself to see the full exit here. But yeah, that was amazing.
That was a great run.
Pleased. That was a great run. I am definitely happy about that for a marathon. But yeah. So there's a nice little exit sequence here with a song that will play eventually. And should we do sort of shoutouts now, or should we go to the incentive, Lana? Okay. So I'm gonna do shoutouts here quickly. So if you want to see more of me, you can find me over at selcouthmind on Twitch, or the selcouthmind on Twitter, YouTube, or selcouth speedruns over on YouTube as well. Big shoutouts to Dream Tech Studio for creating this game, for being so supportive, for just being really lovely and fantastic to work with, and as well to the Lifeslide community. I think the rest of the runners were more hyped than I was when we found out that this game was going to be featured. So just massive love for all of them, and yeah, really grateful to have had the chance to run this at Frame Fatalities. Valiant?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you so much, Sel, for teaching me this game. This is beautiful and amazing, and I have been so, so happy to be able to learn this and do commentary right beside you.
I'm very grateful for all your attention to detail on learning this game. Yeah. All right. I'm going to cut off this lovely song. It is absolutely beautiful, but that gives you more incentive to go check out the game yourself. Go check out the game yourself.
Speaking of incentive to check out the game yourself, challenge
it is time for the incentive. I am very hyped. I've been practicing for this a ton. So we're going to use Speed Burb for this one. Everyone, welcome Speed Burb to the stream. As we can see, we're going to look at the stats here. So Speed Burb has the highest speed of any plane, It also has the highest integrity, tied with Dragon, but as you can see, the Dragon plane has much lower speed. So, Speed Burb is the only plane that can do this challenge, and it must be fully upgraded in order to succeed. So, we're gonna give it a try. It has lower lift. It has quite high steering, so hopefully I'm not too shaky after that run and don't steer us into too many walls, but we're gonna give it a go. Do we want to time this or just go for it? We'll just go for it. Let's just go for it. All right, so I need to not touch any of these gems the entire way through, and we have until the level takes about 98 seconds, and I have 90 seconds of fly time, so wish me luck in not bumping into anything.
Yeah, so this is one of those levels that in the game you'll get a little achievement for. You do want to beat it as quickly as possible. And yeah, this plane can fly for 90 seconds before it goes dark mode, which means that we will get a little bit of speed, but we'll lose control of the plane. But that's why we want to go fast. Without integrity, we can't regain our health bar. But it does mean that we get to take these really nice routes, like going through that heart and between these flowers here, and now we can kind of take the secret path and take advantage of diving downwards instead.
That's my favorite part of doing this challenge is, oh, I had a little bump on the ground. That's not good. Fortunately, I think I budgeted like 5 minutes to do this, so if we fail, we have time to definitely have time to do a quick retry. Oh yeah, we're not gonna make it. Okay. Yeah, we're not. Well, we might make it. Let's see if my dark plane piloting skills are still. No, I used to be absolutely amazing at dark plane piloting, but not with this plane.
That's all right. You get to try again. And so we are able to take advantage of those willpowers if we do see them, but otherwise we just kind of try to go as fast as possible. And you can see our turning, we're very good, and our speed is very good. So it actually going from Long Boy to this challenge is part of the challenge run itself, where you have to fly these two planes very, very differently for this challenge run.
Yeah, I'm barely moving, so I'm playing on controller. You can play this with keyboard, mouse, or controller, and I'm barely moving my thumbstick to make this plane move, versus with Long Boy, I'm moving it a lot, so it's very different.
We got a comment in chat that says, "Oh, dark mode is literal." It is. It's true.
It is literal.
Literal.
Yeah. Yeah, dark mode is very, very literal. And you'll notice I'm also flying a lot higher up from the ground than I was with Long Boy. Some of that is just due to Speed Burb not benefiting as much from lift, but also if I get too close to the ground, I'm probably going to end up picking up some matter or integrity, and we don't want that for this challenge, so... But here we go. And you can still use power-ups after. Hey, that's a personal record for how far I've gotten. So it's very, very hard to actually hit the level gate into the next level, but that is far enough to trigger the in-game achievement, and therefore that is a success. That is the challenge level done.
Yeah. Amazing. Yeah, there's that little bit of gap right before the end of the level, and that's when you're considered completed with the level. And and that was really far to get into that corridor.
Yeah. But yeah, this has been Lifeslide, and just thank you again for watching, and let's keep raising money for Malala Fund.
Awesome job. Well, thank you so much to selcouthmind and theValiantSun for commentary. All of you were absolutely incredible. And I don't know about y'all, but that run definitely made me emotional. So shout out to the runner and the commentator, and also shout out to chat for hitting that incentive. That was incredible. So speaking of incentives, we are in the final the final rush, I guess we could call it, to that bid war. We talked about the cute animals before, so make sure you are getting those final rush-in donations for the bid war because that will close any minute. This is your final chance to get in for that bid war and pick your favorite cute character. So once again, do you like frogs, penguins, dogs, or kittens? If you like any of those four, definitely send in those donations and pick your favorite character. It is going to be a tight race. So let's see how it goes. Good job, everyone. All right, everyone. Well, after all of these incredible runs that we've had so far, it is now my time to say goodbye to you all. It has been such a pleasure acting as your host for these last few segments, and I hope you keep this momentum rolling because we have been doing some incredible work raising money for Malala Fund. So, speaking about Malala Fund, we have a video from them coming right up. Once again, my name is Lanaruse, and I'm heading out for tonight. Enjoy this next video. Bye!
I don't think I'm a good advisor in this. I try to meet my deadlines, and in my first year, I was really good and I was quite punctual. But with the passage of time, it just goes down a bit because you try to have a bit more fun than you should be having. For me, if you want to have a good university life, it's important for you to divide your time into kind of three sections. So one is your sleeping time and your rest time, one is the study time, and then one is socializing and having fun. University life could be a bit overwhelming because you feel like you have to make friends, you have to socialize, you have to do so much work, you have essays. So don't be surprised if your first essay is literally like a fail, because that's the point. When you go, you are jumping from like school level to university level. So it's a good learning experience for you. In the first year, you soon realize that everybody is new and everybody is trying to make friends. So just go ahead, take a step and, say hi, talk to people. It takes time to build trust and it takes time to feel comfortable. But with time, you realize that you can find amazing friends. Okay, I don't want to sound mean, but I'm like completely okay on my own. I do miss like my mom's rice and chicken curry or lamb curry. When you like have university food for so long, you just eat whatever is there at house. For me, one of the best things in university was becoming more confident and finding friends and actually finding myself. I thought that I had lost myself a bit. When I went to university, I found amazing friends who just made me feel like I can actually express myself and I can actually be myself. I started feeling that, yes, I can connect to kind of the old Malala, which I was, like being funny, just doing, weird stuff, or like just saying whatever came to my mouth. Before I used to hesitate, but now I'm just so comfortable. Whoever is applying to university right now, I would say ask for help. Always do not hesitate to do that. Don't worry too much about whether you would get accepted or not, because you have tried your best. You have sent your application then. If you get in, if you don't get in, it wouldn't matter as much, because whichever university you go to, you will have fun and you will enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to our channel, share, and comment here. Yeah, where?
Hey, all you cool cats and gamers, welcome back to Flame Fatales 2022, powered by women and benefiting Malala Fund. I'm Nuclear, and I'll be your host for the rest of the night. We've got a lot of great runs still coming up this night on the race block here. But before we get started, I want to go ahead and showcase a prize segment to show all those great prizes we have in store for you if you are donating.
Thanks for inviting me out again, Foo. It was such a beautiful day out.
Oh, no problem. After seeing the amazing A Short Hike Run on Monday by Lori D. Bunnykins, I just thought we could go on a short hike of our own, you know? So now I'm feeling refreshed and ready to get back to the marathon.
Do you think we're gonna have enough time to get back for the upcoming prizes?
Oh, I think it'll be fine.
Oh, perfect, Foo. You hit a prize block. Let's check out some of the incredible prizes we have available all day today when you donate to Malala Fund. Reminder, you can see the pictures of all the available prizes at gamesdonequick.com. Let's get started with one of the games relating to our racing block coming up. We've got Kitty and Melody Perlers donated to us by Kinda Nerdy Housewife. I absolutely love the two of these. And this is a $5 minimum donation. Kinda Nerdy Housewife's Perlers are always so cute, so beautiful. Of course, got Hello Kitty with her bow. So girl after my own heart. It's $5 minimum donation for that set. And we also have another pair of Perlers that are a $10 minimum donation for Glow in the Dark Boo Perlers, relating to our Mario Kart 8 run coming up later. Those are also given to us by Kinda Nerdy Housewife. Check out the picture at gamesdonequick.com of those stunning Perlers. Thank you for donating both of those to us. We have a gorgeous blue shell painting by Emmy Elliott PP. This is a $15 minimum donation, and I just love, you've got the classic blue shell, of course, and this background with the leaves, it's so cute, and the black paint used here is so shiny, so stunning. Thank you so much for this painting, Emmy. I really appreciate it. Keeping with the Mario theme, we've got two adorable amigurumis. We've got Toad and Toadette. Here we go. Sorry, Toadette. These are both so adorable. Toadette is one of my favorite Mario characters, and the set of both of these was donated to us by Shania Howells, and this is a $15 minimum donation. Thank you so much for donating these adorable friends to us. And we have another stunning painting. This one, made by Carolyn Design, $15 minimum donation. This is a gorgeous Peaches Castle painting. It's titled Morning in the Mushroom Kingdom. I love how all of these have a really nice title to them. And thank you so much to Carolyn for donating this. The colors are beautiful, lots of pink going on in there. It's just absolutely fantastic. And to close out this segment, I want to talk that from Sense Mom, we have a package of a Nintendo Switch and Mario Kart 8. So you're going to get an amazing game that we're going to see a speedrun of later, an entire Nintendo Switch console. And guess what? $25 minimum donation gets you entered in for that. That's an incredible value. So get your donations in now. If there's something you want to see here, you can just donate $25, get entered into everything we have shown you today. And of course, don't forget about our grand prize. $150 cumulative donation gets you in for an OLED Nintendo Switch and a PS5. Amazing prizes available currently. Get your donations in and keep watching Flame Fatales.
Oh dear.
Wait, Foo, look out!
Watch out! No!
Well, I hope that Kung Fu and Frozen Flygon are okay out there. That banana, you gotta watch for those, and I'm definitely sure that Amber will be watching those later on in her Mario Kart 8 Deluxe run. But coming up next, we've got Hello Kitty and Sanrio Friends Racing, run by Air Angel. I'm so excited for this run. Make sure you get in those donations too, because we've got not only all those great prizes to win, but a bid war going on until the start of the run. That's right, you get to choose which character Air Angel is going to play as. Right now, it looks like Tuxedo Sam is in the lead with $230, but not far behind is Karopi the Frog with $178. So make sure you get those in and let us know which character you'd like to see Air Angel play as. All right, chat, we are going to take a quick little break here. Make sure you go get your blankets for the rest of the night. It's going to be real cozy, and stay tuned. All right, everyone, we are about to get ready for that Hello Kitty and Sanrio Friends Racing. Looks like Tuxedo Sam is pulling more into the lead. We just got $100 from Embers with the simple comment saying, Penguin! Putting Tuxedo Sam back in the lead, staying a strong lead there. I also want to remind everyone, though, for our racing block tonight, we've got some awesome Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC if we can reach 60,000 raised by the end of Mario Kart. So all donations, not only do you get to contribute to our fun incentives and bid wars like which character to play as, or Tazzle dressing up tomorrow during her run, but we all goes to the DLC tracks getting unlocked for tonight. So please keep those donations coming. You don't want to miss out. Amber is absolutely incredible at Mario Kart 8, and we want to see more runs. Looks like I've also got $50 from the Wagner family saying the whole family has been loving Flame Fatales this week, and we're looking forward to more as the week goes on. Thank you so much to all the staff and runners for this event, benefiting a great cause and bringing some extra joy to our week. And I couldn't agree more. These are always such fun events, and everyone involved is incredible. Thank you so much, Wagner family. Also got $2 from Anonymous saying, I love GDQ and enjoy watching speed runners play. Good luck on meeting the goal. All right, everyone, let's hype it up for Air Angel running Hello Kitty and Friends Racing.